But I also want to go to the playing of percussion, how you chose percussion, how you chose to do that of all the instruments, of all the groups of instruments, and then go forward to the encounters. So, why percussion?
Well, it started with drums. When I was 15, I had studied piano when I was 5 to 10, but with the kiddie teacher who's of absolutely no value whatsoever, you know. We quit. I quit, but my family moved around, and we started again when I was 12 with a teacher that said, when I played for her, he said, terrible, terrible, we have to start all over again, you know, so I quit. So it wasn't until I was 15 and my sister had come into my bedroom, he said, you've got to hear this band. It's from the Palomar Ballroom in Los Angeles. I was living in San Diego at the time, and it was Benny Goodman.
It was on radio.
Yes, it was radio. Well, I was blown away. So, I knew I wanted to, get into that. So I started to listen to the bands, the big bands, when they come to San Diego. And then I knew I wanted to play something. My piano playing was certainly not adequate to, I played, but,
But it's a percussion instrument itself.
Well, yes.
In a certain sense.
So I did, but what I did, it was when I was watching Count Basie's band, I said, I'm going to make my decision, what I wanted to play. So I started with the trumpets and listened. I said, no. Trombones, no. Saxophones, no. And then I got to the rhythm section and listened to Freddie Green, the guitarist, no. Walter Page, the bassist, no. And then I watched Basie himself for about 15 minutes. It was kind of a revelation there. I said, it sounds very easy, but there's something about it that's not so easy. I'm just thinking about his style. And then I looked at Joe Jones, the drummer, and he would turn the hi-hat beat around every so often. He was ba-dee-duck-ba-dee-duck-ba-duck-ba-dee-duck-ba-duck-ba-dee, and I was hypnotized. I said, that's it. And so I asked my dad the next morning, he called and he had a restaurant, and I said, can I have a set of drums? And he said, yes.
The rare parent.
Yeah, because he was a workaholic. I hardly ever saw him, and he just said yes. So I went and, got a set that was not too expensive, and that was it. And I thought I'd stay in jazz forever.
So you heard Sid Catlett, you heard Krupa, you heard Joe Jones, as you said.
Everybody.
Those guys.
Oh yeah, Krupa, Rich, all of them, I used to have photographs on my wall of all these guys, and I don't know what it is, being a Virgo, you have to organize or clean up whatever it is, and I threw them away, and it's one of my stupid things. I've done more stupid things than that, but so I watched them all, absolutely. And there at some point, I think when I was already 24, by chance, I went to Tanglewood. A friend of mine was going to go, he didn't go, and I went. And I realized what an idiot I was. I mean, I was so ignorant that I came home, I listened to lectures on 12-tone, dodecaphonic music. I didn't dare ask what is what does that mean, I heard the Juilliard Quartet by all the Bartok quartets. I didn't know if I liked them, but I knew I was on the edge of my seat all the time. So that was another epiphany. Told my mother I got to get out here and go to New York and study. So that was the switch over to percussion.